Hey guys, it's Cat569 here. As you can tell from the title of the video, today I'm going to be making another Black Hawk Rescue Mission 5 video. Now this is set around the update of Operation Viper, which I know Operation Viper has been around for some time, but I've never made a video on it. So I want to show you guys all the new stuff that they've added into this update, which I'm sure if you guys have played this for a little bit, you would be aware of most of these changes, especially with some of them that I may or may have known shown on the last video that I made. Now the first thing you can probably tell is the new map. Look at this new map here. It is live footage on where we hold ground and where we don't hold ground, along with where the aircraft carrier is and where our current location is, which is this airbase. Now these flags, if we do take over these flags, just like this one down here, the desert, when you do capture it, your flag is placed over here, and it's pretty good for planning out a mission if you're in this room and you're like, wonder where there's an area that's not being contested by friendlies already, so you can sort of mark out where you're wanting to go. On top of having a new map, they also put in and added a lot of new vehicles that are quite unique and quite special, both land and air. I'm going to show you a few of the land ones right now. I can only show you up to level 3 because I don't have 4 stars yet. This is a Jeep, the same Jeep as before. Oh, there we go. Now this looks like a newer truck. I haven't seen this before. I guess this is for massive operations that you can have just piles upon piles of players in the back of the truck, which is pretty cool. They would have a lot of uses out of this truck, and you only need 1 star for it, so that's pretty cool. Humvee, I'm sure, yeah, I've seen this before. This is a bit of an old one. Sorry for showing you guys ones that have already been looked on and you're pretty used to them already. But I'm just looking through to make sure there's no changes. An armored up Humvee, I wonder if we've seen this one before. Ah yeah, this one looks cool. I think I have seen this before in other updates. But this one is a 3-star, 2 stars I should say. Now this is the final one that I can show you guys, seeing that I haven't seen and I haven't been in or have the Striker up armored, which is basically an anti-personnel vehicle or a personnel carrying vehicle. This is it right here, which in other words is a armored armored truck in a way, because you can still fit a whole lot of people in like so, but this also provides armor for you and the occupants. And you can also use the machine gun up top here, which I'll show you how to use. You look at this, you can't really zoom down the machine gun, but you hold space to use. And when you run out of ammo, it takes a little while to reload, which should make sense because there's a lot of ammunition in that gun. It will take, I don't know, around 5 seconds if you hold it fully down, and maybe 7 seconds for it to fully run out of ammo. But once it runs out of ammo, as I said, it's going to take a while for it to reload, so you definitely got to be careful on where you use the gun, because if you use it at the wrong time, you won't have the ammo ready for when you need it. Alongside the land vehicles, they also added in a whole lot of new air vehicles. Now I think I only have access to a few of these new vehicles. Only one of these new vehicles. The Chinooks are Game Pass, and the little bird, the hummingbird thingy, we've seen before. And the Black Hawk I think is also a pretty old one. So this is what's called again? The Sea Stallion. Now this can fit into almost as much as the anti-personnel character. Let my character want to walk towards it. There we go. Yeah, it can hold a lot of people. You can also rappel down. This vehicle's also got a machine gun on the side and is pretty well armored. I haven't seen it being destroyed at all, but I have seen hummingbirds or little birds and Black Hawks being destroyed in the past. So this is definitely a vehicle for you to get if you want a good vehicle. Yeah, he wants to check it out. He thinks it's pretty cool, but you need 3 stars. Oh, that's his now. I guess you spawn on top of it, but yeah, you can also close the hatchet at the back and put on lights to red to green. And it's been used a lot. A lot of people use this type of vehicle because it can go long distances and keep people entertained with the machine gun on the side of the vehicle. And it's also pretty iconic because it's also a real life vehicle that's primarily used in the Navy of the United States. Now, something brilliant that this new update has brought to this game is the customization of your character. Now, I touched on it a bit in the last video and how much you can customize, but I'm just going to give you visuals of how much you can customize, such as the front here. You can have a different array of pouches up front and different flags. There's lots of flags on here that if you're a different country like South Korea, you can really represent your country in this game by having your country flag on it, or you can just get rid of the country flag and replace it with a random pouch thingy. But that's just the chest. There's also customization of weapons. And speaking of weapons, it's no longer 3 weapons. I think before there used to be 3 weapons or 4 weapons, and the last one used to be a massive machine gun. With this one there's different arrays, like a submachine gun, snipers. There are a bit of snipers in the last update, but this one looks like there's a lot more snipers. Pretty expensive stuff, but it's the best stuff in the game. And also shotguns were sort of touched on as well. But it's not just the weapons that you can change, but it's also the stuff on the weapons, such as scopes, like you can touch on before, but also the color scheme. Now, if you want to do sort of a desert camouflage like I've got, instead of having, let's say, woodland camouflage as the default, or this camouflage dark as default, you can sort of have it a multicam, so where you can sort of bring it into the environment you're going to be playing in the most to camouflage yourself the best. And also you can customize your pistols. Now there is less range in the pistols, as there's only 4 pistols altogether, but yet they're pretty cheap and pretty common as well to get, and it's come in handy a lot of times, so don't underestimate the use of a pistol. And just like the other thing, the other gun, you can customize it a whole lot here. And you can also touch it with the other video, is that all the countries' uniforms are on here. Obviously not all of them are on here, I don't think, but most of them are, such as some of the old ones are still on here, like Delta Force, but there are definitely some new ones, such as this one, which looks like just the Navy SEAL stuff, and also this one here. There are lots of new ones, but it'll take all day for me to go through every single piece of equipment. And also the helmet. This is my favorite piece of all these changes, is the helmet. Like, look at this helmet, beautiful. You can add so much onto it. You can mount NVGs, night vision goggles, and also you can camouflage it and customize it to your liking. Yet again, me wanting to go desert style, I can make it all desert camouflage, multicam, that sort of stuff, but you can also change this into any different color that you want, such as here. And let me find where they got where the camouflage is. Meh, I can find it later. And also face masks. You can put on so many different combinations of face masks. I like the ski tan, as it is desert camouflage. And also the second best thing that I like about these changes is the vest. And also how you can camouflage your own rifles. Another really new component is the enemy component, and also the different characters. Oh, that guy's Aussie as well. He's got the same flag as me. You see, you can sort of connect with other players with the same sort of kit as you. But these new characters, the new NPC AI styles. The enemy style NPCs who attack you can also have voices now. They sort of scream, backup's on its way, and can cover those sorts of things, which they never could before, where they were silent. And also this time they're not Russians, at least not these ones. I haven't noticed some sort of special unit. That's what they look like. I'm sort of lagging out a little bit. Okay, there we go, not anymore, but I'm gonna see if I can get out and kill one of them. Well, that's one. That's what you get for killing one of those, is 50 XP and also 10 cash. And you use that cash to put on with your looks. But I have noticed this weird thing. The enemies, when they find contact, they just do this front flip like they're ninjas or something. Okay, and another thing, while I'm in getting hurt and under fire and all that, you hold tab. Okay, if my keyboard would want to work, this would be a good time too. But yeah, usually you would hold, there we go, you hold tab and you've got this massive option area. Like you can select the, oh, doesn't want me to hold tab anymore. Okay, you can select the squad. Hold on 1 second, I'm just going to turn off and on this thing. Okay, that usually works, but it didn't work this time. Okay, there, now it's working. 1 second, it'll work. Okay, you can select a squad such as, okay, no one's in that squad. Let's choose green squad. No one in green squad. Let's choose blue. There we go, blue squad. So you can choose a squad, and that's basically gonna highlight the people you're gonna stick around with. And which is pretty good if you're on a mission together and it's like, okay, everyone, I want to know where everyone is at all times. That is a great way to keep people together and to make sure you don't lose anyone. Or if someone does die, you can easily tell that they have perished. Okay, now let's get this open again. And just like that, I'm in a random squad and I can see everything that's going on. You don't need any passcodes and all that. Also marker flares. You can also have stances. Hold up, I'm going to help this Aussie guy out. Oh, I would. Okay, it would be good if I could reload. Oh my god. I'm going to do a bit more of this stuff here in the tab section. When you hold tab, you also got the option to sleep. This is just like for role-playing style, I think, to just make you look like you're sitting down. And also you can hold on to your belt. Yeah, but you need Wi-Fi to hold on to the belt, so that's what it looks like. If you're giving a briefing or something like that, it will just make you look a little bit more cooler if you got your hands on the belt. And also, if you guys can't use the chat down the bottom for some unknown reason, you can also use hand signals like halt, forward, and regroup. Though I've never seen this in practice, I reckon if you're in this elite like role-playing game, role-playing team on Discord or Roblox group of a sort, you can easily utilize some of these stances, such as halt and forward. If you want to do a patrol, it's like, halt. Because it's pretty obvious when people do that sort of stuff. And also, to pay respects, you can also do salute and at ease. Hold up. Yes, and at ease. Yes, once at, there we go, at ease there. Also known as the, you just went to the toilet in your pants movement, I like to call it, because it sort of looks that way. And crossed arms, you know, just in general, crossed arms, which makes you look pretty cool. And yeah, you don't need the tab open, but you do need this off if you want to walk. Because yeah, if you got any of that stuff on, you won't be able to walk. And that's how you heal up. It's not healing over time. You just use this here, hold tab, and go down to the bottom. Now this thing here, the plus 10 bandages are for free. I'll show you how to get them in a second. And 100 health vitamins costs a bit of your money, which you can see on the top right hand corner here. You got the experience and also the money. This is how close I am to my next star. which I think is the case. I haven't actually made it to the next star in this update, but that's what I think it means, is by 40,000 XP is when I make it to my next star. So I'm going to show you where you can grab yourself some medical gear. Because the first time I went through this, I didn't grab any medical gear, so I was sort of confused when I didn't have anything. So the only way you can get medical gear is either it be dropped down in like a supply drop of a sort after you clear a compound, or right here, as you can see, vitamins, dressing. That stuff costs money. I don't waste my time with that sort of stuff, and I go the freestyle stuff. But if you do have the money to spare, it's the right thing to instantly be able to get back into combat, okay? Because this takes its time, especially if you got bad Wi-Fi. Okay, did I heal up, or I haven't actually tested if I can heal up with 100% health. I can't, but the bandages make you have bandages around your character as well, your avatar. Your arms and legs will slowly start to get bandages around it, even if you weren't shot at that location, which is a cool little thing. I've never noticed this before, but I reckon, listen closely. If your character starts running quite a lot, he'll start to breathe heavily, which may be an old thing, but I have never realised it before. This may be part of the update, but I'm adding it here anyways. The next thing I want to add that may have been part of the last update, but I didn't realise, was the night vision goggles and how cool they are. Because look at this, this is, yeah, usually what night vision goggles would look like. But once you get into a really bright area, close your eyes if that's a bit annoying. But you'll like, ruin your night vision goggles in a way. And you click N to put that up and down. Like look at here, it's got a cool motion and a cool sound effect, which wasn't there before. By memory it was just click on, no real reaction to the movement here. Hold up, let me try and put this back on. Oh, there we go. And it looks fully sick. Though it is pretty expensive, it costs as much as some of the guns do, but it's pretty worth it, you know. It does put some new characteristics to your character, and it makes you sort of look a bit more professional, I would say, to the bare eye. You know, you just look at that and you think, oh, he's got night vision goggles, you know. It might be a pretty experienced player. Now, before you can join any server, you're greeted with this main menu. Now, this main menu can also do your loadout and also buy stuff. But the main reason for this, I believe, is the different modes. Open world is what I was on before, where you can sort of team up and go on raids. But raid mode sort of feels like a story mode. Though you can still earn XP, you basically go in on a raid, you might be able to do it with some friends or something. And now I haven't tried out this before, but this seems to be player on player style gameplay, which is where players will compete to defeat each other, which might grant you XP or cash or something. And also there's private servers, which there always has been. And at that point I reckon that's the last point of the video. I can't think of much else to explain except that you guys should check it out for yourselves if you haven't already. And hopefully if you guys have already played this game, you've realised something new about it that I've said. And if I missed something, you know, you can say it in the comments if you want. But that's all for now. Cut569 out.